Hi guys, and welcome to Endorse Me's wrap up for the week with me, Martin Cloete. And this is where I just take a few feeds from the week, posts, media posts, those kind of things, and just put them together in a small video, which I found interesting. So three things that caught my eye really quickly was one, there's a company up in Auckland called at.WE Accounting. So they're an accounting firm that don't only focus on the business side of the new business, so the accounting side, but also the coaching side. So they're looking at the business as a whole and how to develop their customers to make sure they're getting the right advice and also actually getting ahead. Really important, so go have a look at them. The other one that caught my eye was Phil Holland's business, Love Your Business, up in Tauranga. He's doing a course on the 9th of June, it's a Saturday, called Boost Your One Day Business Boost. And what that does is going to help you refocus your business and just give you a kick to help you get your business started again if you feel you've stagnated a bit, or you just need some new fresh ideas. It's a whole day with some lunch provided as well, so it's good value for money, and I reckon if you're in Tauranga on the 9th of June, it's the place to be. Now, I watched an interview this week which was really interesting, where Todd Scott from NBR was interviewing Seeby Woodhouse, who created Voyager. It's a really interesting interview to see how Seeby actually went from nothing and created Orcon initially, sold that for quite a bit of money, used the money, had some time off, and then decided to start Voyager, and it's actually doing better. It's a really interesting story to listen to his ups and downs, and it just made me think about all the entrepreneurs out there going through the same process. It's about 20-21 minutes to watch, but it's well worth the watch time, and Todd Scott, he does a great job at interviewing him, and both of them, it just makes for good viewing pleasure. So go have a look at that, it's up in the link as well. What I want to talk about is the FMA, because they've been really busy this week. Three stories that caught my eye from them. First one is where they're actually laying charges against a company and a director for abusing the FSPR, where they said, look, we're trading as a registered advisor, but they weren't even on the register. The FMA warned them, but they didn't listen, and they're actually going to prosecute them now as well. The fine for that, if you're a company found guilty, it's about $300,000. Individual is $100,000 and or 1 year imprisonment. So is it worth it? I mean, especially when anyone can go search the register, it's probably not worth it, so don't do it. Simple as that. The second story from the FMA was the soft commissions paid to insurance providers. So everybody has been waiting for this report, where they said $34 million, quite a bit of money, spent over a 2-year period on insurance providers, 9 of them insurance and medical providers. Sam Stubbs from Simplicity made a comment in saying, why do they need to go to Hawaii for an educational purpose trip when the only thing really educational is the pina coladas? Why do you want to go to Hawaii in any case? Nobody wants to be there now, besides the point. In my opinion, yes, they do get paid commissions that's over and above, but an advisor has an extremely difficult job. So for them to recommend a product, they need to be sure that it is the right product for the customer. And as long as they put their needs up front and disclose that to the customer, then that should be fine. They should personally be upfront with the customer and saying, look, I can qualify for a trip. And if they do that and the customer is happy with their recommendation, then why not? If the FMA really wants to stop the soft commissions and give a level playing field, they should try and then just reduce the insurance commissions to 100% of API. If everybody pays the same commission, I'm sure the advice would be the main focus. Whether that's going to happen, don't know, but make sure you're on the forefront of this when anything goes wrong and the FMA decides to put that in place today. So you've been warned. Robo advice is not just coming, it's here. The FMA approved Kiwi Wealth as the first company to be able to use this technology in their practice. Joe Bishop, the general manager from Kiwi Wealth, spoke and said about 1,600 AFAs are left in the country, which means that supply for financial advice is being outweighed. By having the Robo advice just part of that, it complements their offering and just helps service the greater New Zealand public. It's interesting as well because another article published said that the AFA population is actually reducing, where they had about 30 people sign up until June 2017, and they had about 110 of them leave. So it seems that quality AFA advice is reducing, so the Robo advice might be just supplementing that as well. Mark Miller from AIM Financial Services spoke to NZ Advisor and said that AI is the way forward, and if you're not thinking about Robo advice in your practice, then you're going to be left behind and you should probably look for a career change. And they went to the FMA as well to apply for approval to get that into their business. So everyone is thinking about this, and you've got to start thinking about it as well. If you don't think forward, you're going to be left behind. So might as well start doing that today. An interesting comment this week about AI came from Kate Sheehan from Kate Sheehan Lawyers, where she said that who is responsible for the advice of this AI and who's going to be held accountable? Valid question. Is it the people that created the AI, or is it the machine itself? And AI by definition is the capability of a machine to imitate intelligent human behavior. And intelligent humans by definition are those beings that can actually adapt to changing circumstances. So it really does beg the question, who's going to be liable? Is it the machine because of the constant learning, or is it the people that built it because the machine is only imitating their behaviors? Now, probably not there yet where the machines are going to take over, like Skynet. If you know that reference, then good on you. But it might happen in the future where the machines will be thinking for themselves and giving the advice, and who is held accountable if it's the wrong advice. I don't think the New Zealand law system is actually set up to cope with that, and I don't think it'll happen soon, but what do we do? So it's really interesting, and I'd love to hear your comments, and thanks Kate Sheehan. It's actually something that people don't think about. In other technology news, an MIT student created a device that allows him to surf the internet with his mind. Isn't that just mind-boggling? Pun intended. 60 Minutes interviewed the student, and it showed the capability where the student was thinking of an answer, it surfed the internet for him, came back with an answer and relayed that back into his jawbone, all without saying a word. Scary, but exciting. All this basically says that in the future it'll be a smaller device that you can just either implant or keep with you, and you'll have all the answers at your fingertips. So practical implications of this, I don't know, no more school because you'll have all the answers. It'll make a few jobs probably redundant, but again we need to adapt with these changes because it is there. Sir Francis Bacon in 1957 said knowledge is power. So it begs the question, if we all have the knowledge through this technology, then who or what is the new power? I'll leave you with that until next time. Oh wait, subscribe to my channel, and then I'll leave you until next time. And keep those comments coming because that's what I use for my videos. See you next week.